Hey everyone, Arglethump here with chapter number 14 of Miss Clue, Crew's Most Deadly. This is the second to last chapter of the game. It is the capture part 2. So at the end of the previous chapter, we finished with Ron. Jane did a lot of flirting with Ron, and she helped him get set up with the branches in the eye, She helped him get set up with his prop plane and the dream gas. So now he's all prepared to drop dream gas on top of the smugglers. So right now we're going back to the other part of the island so we can talk to Evelyn and Mr. Berkeley.
Now to get back and check on Evelyn and Mr. Berkeley.
I think it might be faster if I just go straight ahead here. I mean, I could go through the tunnel and then walk to the lighthouse through the beach, but it might actually be faster to do this minecart challenge thing. Yeah, that didn't take very long at all. Great. So when we last saw them, they were working on the beacon. Right over here, just go up, forward, and then left.
How did everything go with Ron? Ron says the tubing will work, and I showed him where the smugglers keep their gas. I took him to the other side of the island, and as soon as he gets his fuel line fixed, he will take the fuel over and gas his plane.
That's great news. Now the hard part starts, waiting to see if the pirates show up tonight, and if they take the bait of our relocated lighthouse beacon.
Yes, and what do we do if they don't show up until tomorrow sometime?
Well, then we try again tomorrow. What's the big deal?
When I overheard the smugglers talking, they seemed pretty confident they will be arriving during the night. I think it is part of their plan to make sure they avoid the British Navy. It is only by operating at night that they manage to stay one step ahead of our boys.
Oh yes, the smugglers must have had a fair amount of luck up to this point to avoid our Navy, but I feel their time has run out.
All of our characters are British? I didn't know that. Huh.
You're right, but don't forget, we have Ron and his plane and the dream gas and the element of surprise, so the smugglers may be in for more than they bargained for.
Yes, and as a last resort, we can retreat and hide on this island. While not our first choice, we are by no means without a path of retreat, should that become absolutely necessary.
All in all, I feel pretty good about our situation. We are far from helpless.
By the way, Jane, I have been quite curious to know how you managed to avoid the smugglers when we were taken prisoner.
Well, Mr. Berkeley, I'm afraid that I can't tell you that information because it's top secret. No. So, here's what I'm wondering. Why can't our heroes use the plane and just fly off the island and get to safety that way? Why is that not an option? Does the plane not travel very far? Is that it?
It was mostly Providence. I was getting my foul weather gear when the boat lurched to one side and I fell and struck my head and was knocked out. So after exploring the island for several days, I had resigned myself to being stranded here all alone, until I heard your tapping on the pipe.
Yes, when we heard the tapping in reply, we didn't know whether to be excited or not.
My exact thought, and was I afraid that by sending a message back it would mean my being discovered by the smugglers.
You can imagine our joy when we found that you were on the other end of the pipe. While we had plenty of food and water, we were nonetheless quite worried the smugglers would come back with outrageous demands, and at the same time worried they wouldn't come back.
Well, we are in a much better position now that we're all together. As soon as the smugglers turn this beacon on using their radio, I will go back to the boat and get ready to call the Navy.
Right, and then we'll signal you that the smugglers have wrecked their ship by putting out the beacon.
Most importantly, will there be a Navy ship around to hear our distress call?
If they don't, we're going to have a busy time either trying to keep that gang of smugglers locked up or hiding out from them if the dream gas does not work.
All that's left to execute our plan is to wait.
Alright, so they explain the plan, just in case you forgot what the plan is.
In the worst case, I have decided to give them the location where the Inception went down with its valuable cargo, including the Star of Samar.
Are you sure?
Yes, but I will give them that information only after I have assured everyone's safety. But we needn't worry about that now. We have a lot of options before we have to play that card.
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm beginning to get stiff waiting for those smugglers to show up.
Me too.
I believe that's your cue, Jane. We'll soon know if our plan will work.
I'm off.
Be ever so careful, Jane.
I will.
Okay, so that's our signal. The smugglers have lit up the beacon, thinking that they're lighting up the lighthouse. Okay, so here we go to the lighthouse. 2 steps down to the lighthouse, and then 1 step down over here to the beach. We're going back to the boat so we can signal the Navy. We're gonna call them on the radio. Okay, Jane, hurry up! Hurry up, Jane! Time is of the essence! You might want to take this at a jog, not a casual stroll.
I can definitely see the beacon. Everything looks great. First thing I need to do is get the radio warmed up.
Okay, radio warmed up. So basically go inside and turn the radio on.
All set. Now all I have to do is watch for the signal.
Which means I have to go back outside. And I have a question. Somebody left this question on a previous video. Will Jane get to keep her koala bear after defeating the smugglers? I hope she will.
I wonder what's happening now. I hope Evelyn and Mr. Berkeley are okay.
Yakupu has been a better friend to Jane than the Berkeleys. Ooh, creepy smugglers. We did it! Yeah, the smugglers have been defeated.
That's my signal.
Okay. Calling the Navy. Calling the Navy. Okay, so what we do is, actually I think we've got the radio set to the correct position. So with it in position, we use the hand communicator thing here. It's like a microphone.
CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQ, CQDX. This is the Wanderer, calling British or Australian Royal Navy ships or shore installation. The Wanderer is beached on an island located at 37 degrees, 40 minutes, 50 seconds south, 163 degrees, 26 minutes, 50 seconds east. Again, the Wanderer is beached on an island located at 37 degrees, 40 minutes, 50 seconds south, 163 degrees, 26 minutes, 50 seconds east. We need assistance as soon as possible as we anticipate the imminent return of smugglers. This is the Wanderer. Over. I better try again. CQ, CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQ, CQDX. This is the Wanderer, calling British or Australian Royal Navy ships or shore installation. The Wanderer is beached on an island located at 37 degrees, 40 minutes, 50 seconds south, 163 degrees, 26 minutes, 50 seconds east. Again, the Wanderer is beached on an island located at 37 degrees, 40 minutes, 50 seconds south. 163 degrees, 26 minutes, 50 seconds east. We need assistance as soon as possible as we anticipate the imminent return of smugglers. This is the Wanderer. Over. I hope someone is hearing my message.
We hear you just fine, Missy. The imminent return of the smugglers you were calling about is at hand. We know you've tricked us with the beacon and wrecked our ship. So don't worry your pretty little head about the Navy, because none of those boys are even close to this island. But we're here, and we're on our way up to help you.
Now we're in for it. It's now or never. I hope Ron is waiting with the plane and ready to go.
Oh no! Yeah, the smugglers know we're here! Oh no! And it sounds like they're doing just fine. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, well, what we need to do now is get to the side of the island where Ron is playing with his little plane. Let's see, let's go this way. We'll just go through the cave system. Man. Maybe we could have split up these jobs so Evelyn could have done something besides just stand around and wait. Yeah. You know, Evelyn doesn't seem to be doing much here. It's mostly, you know, Mr. Berkeley took care of the beacon, Ron's got the plane, Jane's got the radio and the running around, and Evelyn's got nothing. Evelyn, you're making me sad here, Evelyn. You should be trying harder. Come on, Evelyn, you need to help us out. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Wait, why is it not nighttime anymore? Okay, what?
It looks like the sun is starting to come up.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. It's totally not nighttime anymore. Whatever. Let's go and help Ron.
Glad to see you. How's it going with the smugglers?
Not good. It appears we've time traveled, and now the smugglers want revenge.
The good news is the smuggler's ship is wrecked on the rocks. The bad news is there was no answer from the Navy, but I'm afraid I have even more bad news.
What's that?
The smugglers intercepted my transmission and said there are no Navy ships in the area and that they are now out to get us.
We're ready for takeoff. Do you know how to prop the plane?
Yes, I sure do.
Then let's get going and take the fight to those smugglers before they can get a foothold on this island.
Okay, so now we're gonna solve the puzzle of propping the plane, which isn't really a puzzle. You just look at the propeller and it goes.
Switch off.
Switch off.
Throttle back.
Throttle back.
Brakes on.
Brakes on.
Switch on.
Switch on.
Throttle set.
Throttle set.
Clear.
Clear.
Contact.
Contact.
Oh yeah, and you do have to click on the propeller. And there we go, it's going! Awesome! Okay, time to stop those smugglers for good.
It looks like we're all set.
Let's give them something to think about.
And will our hero stop the smugglers for good? I don't know. Find out in the final chapter of Crew's Most Deadly, coming Sunday, September 25th, 2016.